Wagwan Wales Street Youth! Where's your...
I'm not wearing one of those.
Right. At Christmas, you made me put one of these things on my head.
Yeah, I did.
Can't remember the words.
No, that was not acting.
Good afternoon, Jacob.
I have no idea what you wanted to do, so...
Because they do taste so much better. I really like the flavour.
Action.
We're going to watch the Holiday Club video again because I would like you to sign up for Young Leaders. It's going to be great fun, a week of chaos, mess, pies, so why not sign up?
Hey everyone, we are so excited to share with you some details about this year's Buckingham Churches Holiday Club. Our theme this year is Wonder Zone. Think science, think experiments and think discovery. We'll be discovering what goes on in our incredible world and more about the God who makes it. So put the dates in your diary, that's the 9th to the 13th of August.
Whilst online content is good, we know it's not the most fun way of doing things. So we are doing everything we can to have Holiday Club in person this year. It's tricky because we still don't know what the summer will look like, but we have a few plans up our sleeves so that we can offer the most fun, engaging, connected, hands-on holiday club possible, all the while whilst keeping you safe.
We don't want to bore you with the details just yet, but we do know that this year we're going to need our biggest team ever. We're going to need more crafty people, more games organisers, more lunch makers, more washer-uppers, more cleaners, more loo patrollers, more prayers, more group leaders, more storytellers, more registrationers, more first aiders, and more young leaders than ever before.
We need you! We want to keep you in the loop and to know who's on board, so now is the time to get registered as a leader so you can help us pull it off. You can now register online here. Chat with your church leader or anyone you recognise from this video if you want more detail. There's information on the Buckingham Churches Holiday Club website. Register there as a leader and you'll get all the updates.
Youth Nights is also back, and this year we are hoping to meet in person, but if not, don't worry, we have some backup plans in case. Each evening, we'll be meeting at Wells Street United Church to share a meal together, hang out with games and challenges, and find out how we can be overcomers with help from God. No matter who you are or where you come from, we would love to have you.
We can't wait to have you on team for Wonder Zone.
On Easter Sunday, we're going to have a very special Easter Sunday video, but we're going to follow that video with a social on Zoom. So you'll get a video link and a Zoom link, and make sure you come to both. As with all our socials, there will be a sign up required because there will be some things that are going to be sent out to you to make it a little bit more interesting. And to get that pack, you will need to sign up. So an email is going to go out to your parents this week. It's going to be great fun. It's going to be messy, so make sure that you're in a kitchen or somewhere that's going to be easy to clean up, and I'll see you there. We're going to play a quick memory game. You probably all know the game, so we'll just get straight into it.
Today's theme is rejection, and let me tell you that I have some personal experience of rejection. It goes back to my time at primary school and break times out on the playground. Someone would say, usually the kid who had a ball, "Let's play football." Now, you know how it goes. The two best players would be the ones who would pick sides. The first one, again, probably the kid who had the ball, would pick out the person regarded to be the next best footballer apart from the two captains. Then the other one would pick their choice. Then the other one would take their choice. Then the other one, and maybe by this stage you're starting to get down not so much to the kids who are good at football, but those who are more popular. And so it goes. And the teams would gradually take shape, and then it would come down to the ones who are not that popular and not that good at football. This was me. And every time someone was picked before me, I felt the pain of not being chosen. In those playground games, I came to expect rejection until I was eventually picked. But not quite last, because there were two other kids who were even worse than me at football. Let them be the green ones. Rejection happens in different ways. So, for example, if I have a pack of jelly babies, or jelly baby chicks, in fact, like these, I will tend to eat the black ones first. Because they do taste so much better. I really like the flavour. It's a shame you're not here with me, and I could give you one, maybe. I will leave the green ones till last because, well, look at it. It looks horrible, doesn't it? And it doesn't taste as good as the black ones. So I would reject the green in favour of the black. But really, though, this kind of rejection doesn't matter. Unless, of course, I was allergic to green jelly babies or some other colour of jelly baby, in which case rejecting them would be a really good idea. But it's only rejecting a thing. And then rejection can happen with things that matter. It mattered to me as a child that I was never picked first. I got over it, you'll be glad to know. At age 11, I was picked to play for my school football team. I came on as a substitute in a game that we lost 3-2. Okay, not too bad. I was then picked again in a game that we lost 11-0. And I was never picked again after that. But hey, at least I've been chosen a couple of times, and that was good. Finally, rejection can happen over things that definitely do matter. How would you feel if someone rejected you because of the way you looked, or the colour of your skin, or the way you talk, or how you style your hair? How would you feel if you're always being rejected because of something you had done that people won't let you forget? Maybe you know what that's like. Jesus knew. He knows what it means to be rejected. The Old Testament prophet Isaiah expressed it when he spoke these words from God. He was despised and rejected, a man of sorrows, acquainted with deepest grief. We turned our backs on him and looked the other way. He was despised and we did not care. And eventually, people rejected Jesus to the point where he was put to death on a cross. Jesus knows. He knows what it means to be rejected. The Bible tells us that we are all made in the image of God. Whoever we are, God loves us all the same. He does not reject us. He rejects our sin, sure, those things that are wrong in our lives, but he does not reject us. Instead, he sent Jesus to be rejected and to die for us. And that should be our starting point when we encounter rejection. What should we do about rejection? Well, don't retaliate when others reject you, however much it hurts. It will only make matters worse. Don't join in with others when they make jokes and comments about how fat or thin or ugly or thick someone is. Don't insult someone because of their race, their gender, their sexuality, their disability. Just don't. Do tell someone if the rejection that you experience makes you feel unsafe in any way. Do be a friend, if you can, to those who are being rejected. And remember that without Jesus, without his rejection, you could not know the amazing love that God has for you. So pray that others will know him too. And finally, don't reject any flavour of Jelly Baby. Eat them all, even the green ones.
We heard Tim read from Isaiah 53, 3-5. Let's grab our Bibles and read it again. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hide their faces, he was despised, and we had him in low esteem. Surely he took our pain and bore our suffering, yet he considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. Where's your...
I'm not wearing one of those.
Have to, it's Jacob. Right, at Christmas, you made me put one of these things on my head.
Yeah, I did.
Let's leave it like that.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
jokes.
No. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's leave it like that.
I'm not sure
Jokes.
anyone will be able to see your
For the
spelling.
banter.
What banter?
Good afternoon, Jacob. Good afternoon, Jacob.
Zacchaeus, but you were only here 2 days ago. I've got nothing else to give you. You've had everything.
No, Jacob, you don't understand.
I've got nothing left. Nothing. I haven't eaten in 2 days. What new tax have you decided to make up this week? Sleeping tax? Breathing tax? Scratching my ear when I've got an itch tax?
No, you don't understand. I haven't come to take your money, Jacob.
Oh, I see. Money's not enough for you now. You want my clothes, do you? My furniture? Well, you're not having anything. I'm sick of your harassment, Zacchaeus. I don't care if you get your men to beat me up. I'm not giving you anything else.
That's fine. You don't have to.
What?
I haven't come here to take your money. I've come here to give you money. Lots of it.
You've come to give me money. Why?
Because I...
No. Wait a minute. I don't know who you've been talking to, but I don't do that sort of thing anymore. I haven't done anything illegal in, well, in fact, I haven't. Never. No, I've always done everything completely above board. Any stories that you've been hearing about me have all been lies.
I never realized this would be so difficult. Everyone is so used to me being corrupt and deceptive. Jacob, I have not come here to take your money or give you money so you can carry out some illegal, underhanded scheme.
Good, because I've had no experience of that sort of thing whatsoever.
Right. No, I've come here to give you this money to keep. It's not a bribe or a loan. It's what I owe you.
It's what you owe me. But I don't understand. In all these years, you've never given me anything other than pain, torment, and a mandatory weight loss program.
I know, and I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
Yes, really.
Oh my! I can't quite believe this, Zacchaeus. You sorry?
Yes, I understand this must be a bit of a shock to the system.
A shock? You could say that. I feel like Balaam when his donkey started to talk.
I want to make it all up to you, Jacob. I've done wrong. I see it now. Through force, I took more money than I ever needed or should have done.
You're telling me. I knew there couldn't be a sneezing tax.
So I want to pay you back.
Oh, do you? You want to give back to me what's already mine? Well, that's good of you. What about compensation for all the suffering and pain you caused me? The bruised ribs and the broken tables your men inflicted on me and my home?
I was just coming to that. In the bag is not only the money that I owe you, but 4 times that amount.
4 times the amount?
Yes, I'm not at all proud of how I deceived you, Jacob, but I am now truly a changed man. Please take this gift as a sign of my regret and repentance.
4 times the amount? You, a changed man? You? How can I believe that? It's impossible for a man like you to change. Full of greed and vanity. This is just some sort of scheme to lull me into a false sense of security. Go on, get out. I've had enough of your lies.
Wait, so you don't want the money?
I didn't say that. You can leave the money and then get out. Go on.
No, I won't do that, Jacob. You must believe me. I've changed. This is not a scheme or a trick. I have been changed from the inside out. I have felt the light. I will never be the same again. Look at me. Is this how I usually look when I pay you a visit?
No. So, where's your rich gear that you usually wear when you come round?
I've given it to the poor. You can come round to my house later and pick out some items for your place if you want. Really, I feel so different. Don't I appear at all different to you? I'm not wearing my bobble hat or glasses.
Yes, I suppose. I can't really get my head round it. I mean, you're on your own, without your heavies, and you're calling me Jacob? You usually call me that snivelling little...
I know, but not anymore. My eyes have been opened to the truth about life. I've discovered this wellspring of love that I never even knew existed.
a wellspring of love. Yes, Zacchaeus, I'd say you've changed.
It all happened yesterday when Jesus came to town. Were you around yesterday?
No, I had to go and visit someone.
Is that how you hurt your hand?
Yes, no, I hurt my hand this morning washing up. Yeah.
Right, well, Jesus, you've heard of him, right, haven't you? He came to town. I'd heard so much about this miracle man. I wanted to see him, but there were hundreds of people lining the streets already. As I'm not all that tall, it would have been impossible for me to see. And the crowds weren't particularly keen on letting me through to the front. You know how popular I've been.
Yeah.
So I had an idea. You know that sycamore tree down by the well? I decided to climb it. I had a great view once I got up there. I could see Jesus and his disciples so easily. They didn't look that special. Then an amazing thing happened. Jesus looked up to me, saw me, and then called my name. I couldn't believe it. I mean, how did he know my name? He then told me to come down as he decided to stay at my house for the day.
That's nice.
Yes, so I got down and went to him. The people didn't like that. They thought Jesus could have spent the day at a lot more worthy places than mine. Still, I welcomed him in. I thought it would be an ideal opportunity to ask him about his taxes.
Well, there's a surprise.
Yes, but the moment I was alone with Jesus, I was changed. I couldn't understand it. It was like something that had been asleep in me all my life had suddenly woken up. It was amazing. My priorities were turned right upside down.
So, did you ask him about his taxes?
No, we never got round to that. It completely slipped my mind.
Wow, that must have been a miracle. So, was it then you decided to pay back the money that you'd stolen?
Yes, it seemed like it was the only thing to do. I shouted out, "Here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor. And if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." As Jesus left, he said that salvation had come to this house. And it had. What a day. What a life-changing experience.
Well, we'll have to see about that, won't we? This heavenly glow of yours could be gone in 2 weeks.
I doubt that.
So, this money is all mine.
Of course. Please come and choose some items from my house. I want to bless you any way I can, Jacob.
I mean, till today, Zacchaeus, the only reason I would ever have wanted to go to your house would be to, like, suffocate you in your sleep. But, I'm intrigued, and you are different, so I'll come. Although, do anything that reminds me of pre-Jesus, Zacchaeus, and I suggest you start sleeping with your eyes open, okay?
All right. Jesus can make a difference in your life too, Jacob.
Yeah? Well, let's spend a bit more time observing what he's done in your life before we start talking about mine, okay?
Okay,
He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hide their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted, but he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. So, dear God, thank you that even though sometimes life is really hard and sometimes people act like human beings and reject people and hurt people and don't care about the way that other people feel, we thank you that we know that you went through that too when you came to earth as Jesus, and that you came out the other side, and that because we believe in you, because we trust in you, we get to come out the other side as well and spend forever with you in heaven. So thank you that we have that peace, that knowledge, and I just pray for any of us that are really struggling with other people right now, that we would be able to remember how much you love us.
That's a cut, Bev.
That is a cut.